Kanu that the movement of Nigeria is 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. Therefore, you don't need to wait again that the present political leaders within Alibo can do anything. What we need today is a paradigm shift. That means we need to build capacity within the youth in order to engage these people and take whatever that belongs to us in Nigeria political projects. You don't need to wait for any person and you don't need to rely in any person. Therefore, we need to do it by ourselves. It is very, very important. Today, one of the greatest challenges I want to let us to understand is the issue of the geopolitical zone, which I know that all those things is part of the conspiracy to undermine the population of Ndibo. And that is why somebody will say that I'm from South-South, I'm from South-Southeast. I'm an Igbo man. I'm not from South-South, I'm not from Southeast. I'm an Igbo man. And I don't believe in those state creation because I know that at a point, state creation was a pure conspiracy against us. And that is why today, in 1976 state creation, Ndoki as a clan that has four communities. Nigeria government, what they did is 2 communities at River State. They take one ceded to Akwa Ibom, the other one at Abia State. And today, an Ndoki man in Rivers will say that I'm from South-South, while the other one will say that I'm from Southeast. It is quite unfortunate that some people are playing on your imagination and it is working. But I must to tell you that today that we need to wake up and breed this conspiracy against our unity, against our stronghold, and against the mightiness of Igbo race. I want to tell us that if you travel from Ngopala, getting to where they call Umine, Igodo, Eche, it is in River State. Umine and this Opala, they are of the same ancestral father. But I want to tell you today that today Umine is South-South, while Opala is Southeast. It is very, very funny. And today, some people are talking about it is the time of Southeast to produce the president of Nigeria. Please, it is not the town of Southeast. It is the town of an Igbo man. I don't care where you are coming from.
Exactly.
Because if you go to Benue State today, we have over 300 villages that of Igbo extraction. If you go to Kogi, the same thing. If you go to Cross River, the same thing. And the only thing our generation need to do is to make sure that we unite Ndibo. And that is my 4th cardinal project and agenda. That our unity is so paramount because our unity is what will determine our strongness. Our unity is what will determine our political and economic emancipation. Those that divided you people know the reason. And you don't need to accept that thing. You must reject it and see yourself as an Igbo man. Like when you were saying, I don't believe Igbo Delta or Igbo Imo. Those things doesn't exist. An Igbo man is an Igbo man anywhere you find yourself. And that is why at a point when they start talking about Southeast president, Southeast, no, we said no, that it is politics of divide and rule, that we must have one thing to unite ourselves and our identity, to trace back our origin. And that is why today we are having in a forum that we discussed in our meeting, and we say we are going with a forum known as National Action Group for Nigeria President of Igbo Extraction. My brothers, I want to appeal to your conscience that the only liberation the African people will have in African continent is when Igbo people realize themselves, their political and social consciousness, and build themselves, because the liberation of an African man lies in Igbo land. And that is why I want to tell you people, go and read the history of the war. That is why after Nigeria Biafra Civil War, they abandoned the history because they don't want you to know what happened. Nigeria Biafra Civil War was fought by the world power against the Igbo race.
Exactly.
And it was a global supremacy they are fighting for. I want to tell you that if it was Yoruba people or Hausa people say that they want to go, there wouldn't be any war. But there is a conspiracy to suppress us. And I want us not to succumb to that conspiracy.
They know we are intelligent.
I want to tell you people that among the 3 prominent races in the world, the Jewish race, the Aryan race, and the Igbo race, we are peculiar people.
Very intelligent people.
I want to tell us today that the only thing we can do, forget about the state you are coming from. Forget about the zone you are coming from. See yourself as an Igbo man. And I want to tell you people that by 2023, we are marching to Aso Rock like as an Igbo man. And I want to tell you that statistically, if you check, why is it that during census they don't put state of origin? They forget about state of origin during census so that an Igbo man in Kano will be counted in Kano. An Igbo man in Sokoto will be counted in Sokoto. So why is it Nigeria government put that policy? That policy is a deliberate orchestrated conspiracy against us to undermine our population.
What here,
My brothers, I want to tell you people that our generation, our nickname should be called a liberation generation. And we must work it tactically. We must be strategic.
Nigerian Renaissance.
It is very, very important and fundamental. I thank you all.
What here, Kunaka.
Of your activities, and we are glad today that we will receive you. We have learned a lot from you.
What here,
We believe that we are ready to work with you. We are ready to work with you in the sense that we are tired of being marginalized. Look at the second Niger bridge. Buhari will leave office in 2023. The second Niger bridge is a project that is an ongoing project. Okay. But believe you me, I knew that the funds that are being disbursed to that project, if they can disburse more than what they are disbursing, I believe that they can complete that project in no distant time. But because it concerns the Igbo speaking people,